And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys in the stream tonight here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Got a good game in store, and something that usually don't see. We're going to have it tonight. Outdoor basketball taking place on a aircraft carrier out on Veterans Day. An incredible sight to see here. Welcome everybody being part of the stream. We got Michigan State versus Gonzaga. Gonzaga ranked at number 2 in the nation. Michigan State currently ranked at number 31 right now, receiving 35 votes in the preseason poll. This game taking place in San Diego, California on the USS Abraham Lincoln, a U.S. Navy ship aircraft carrier, for this matchup on Veterans Day. College basketball back, everybody. Week 1 of college basketball. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, college hoops, also NBA games as well. Gonzaga enters this matchup 11.5-point favorites in this game, coming off a victory against North Florida, 104-63 in their first game. Gonzaga ranked at number 2 in the nation behind North Carolina. Efficiency, that's the key. 63% from the floor by the Zags in their season opener victory to North Florida. Held the Ospreys to just 35.6% from the floor. 15 steals by the Zags, forcing 22 total turnovers. Also had 6 players in double figures scoring. Drew Timme, he is back for Gonzaga, 4th season for the Bulldogs, and Drew Timme, a 2022 All-American second-team selection, as he put up just over 18 points per game last year, 19 the season prior, led the way, 22 points. They did have 2 key losses in the offseason. Chet Holmgren and Andrew Nembhard went to the NBA draft. Fahad, welcome to the streamer, man. Thanks so much for joining in. 2016 Cavs, welcome back in. Yeah, I'm shocked, man, that Golden State's starting off really slow this year. Yeah, this year's been shocking, I know, for the NBA. Utah's at the top of the West right now, which is quite crazy. They were supposed to be like a lottery team battling for the number 1 pick for next season, but tremendous start. Vaughn, welcome in. Thanks so much for stopping by. This should be a tremendous game, a sight to see in a Navy aircraft carrier on Veterans Day. Michigan State coming off a victory against Northern Arizona, 73-55 on Monday. Joey Hauser, the younger brother of Sam Hauser for the Celtics. Joey scored 18 points, 10 rebounds. The team leader for Michigan State, 4 for 8 from 3. Paul, welcome to streamer, man. Yeah, I've been busy covering other teams and stuff like that. I got hired for a couple of announcing gigs at some of the colleges, so I'm doing 3 other college basketball games in person this weekend with a lot of stuff. So that's why I haven't streamed frequently. It's because I've been logging in 70, 75, 80 plus hours a week with my full-time job, and then announcing at 3 different other schools I'm doing. Vincent, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, this weekend is a busy week. I got 3 games this weekend. Was able to get all my prep done before I started a stream tonight, which is great. And then actually one of the games is going on that I have to get the stuff for the results from it to do for tomorrow too. Yeah, it's been shocking with major conference teams losing to mid-majors so far this season. We've seen quite a bit, and we're not even a full week in what we've seen. TCU almost lost against Arkansas Pine Bluff in their season opener. Oh man, sorry to hear about that, Vaughn. Hopefully better days ahead for you, brother. What an amazing sight to see. Basketball played outdoors, sunny. High 60s off the coast of San Diego in a naval aircraft carrier on Veterans Day on the USS Abraham Lincoln. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. And I'm glad to have you guys on board being a part in the stream tonight. Vincent, welcome in. Glad to have you back in the stream, man. Got some games in action for college basketball. Currently, Houston already right out of the gate, another big lead as they destroy their first opponent on the opening day. Here they are up against St. Joseph's, 26-11. Duke yet to score. They're in action at Cameron Indoor hosting USC Upstate. UAB has a 1,000 plus point score with Jordan Jelly Walker in their team. They could be a sleeper to potentially make a deep run in the tournament. That majority of that team is back. They were top 20 in scoring last season, top 15 in steals per game. And right now, though, it's Toledo who's up by 2, 54-52. And what a start for UConn, 25-10 up against Boston University. So those are some of the games going on currently right now. And a lot more ranked action later tonight. UNC tipping off against the College of Charleston at 7. Kentucky tipping off against Duquesne. Baylor hosting Norfolk State. So a lot more ranked teams up later tonight. Ethan, welcome back on the stream here, man. Hope all is going well here, brother. What a sight to see. We got outdoor college basketball played on a naval aircraft carrier for the first time in a decade. This ought to be some great sight to see tonight. And good to see that it's completely clear outside. So I saw high 60s out in San Diego, completely clear. And the sun is out. So I saw a couple of years that they tried to do it outdoors. They had to postpone some of the games because they had condensation on the courts from some of the times that they did it outside in the past, or they started the game and they had to postpone it halfway through. Hopefully should be able to get the tip-off shortly right now as they're in the pregame currently. I was shocked to see Gonzaga's an 11.5 point favorite in this matchup. Over under at 142.5. Usually that margin is much closer going up against Power 5 schools for Gonzaga. Wow, Liberty over Alabama tonight. So in a couple minutes, we're going to have tip-off here. Michigan State versus Gonzaga in the Aircraft Carrier Classic on the USS Abraham Lincoln. Michigan State 1-0 in the season. Winners against Northern Arizona 73-55 in their season opener. Joey Hauser, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 4 for 8 from 3. Younger brother of Sam Hauser for the Celtics, which he was having a big game on Wednesday night. Career high 24 points against the Pistons on Wednesday night. A.J. Hoger, the point guard, 9 points, 8 assists. And for Gonzaga, Drew Timme is back, 4th season for Drew Timme. Preseason All-American, picked on the second team last season for All-American. Great shot to make it to the first team this season for Drew Timme to be one of the top players in all of college basketball. And then they did add in a key player here in the offseason, Malachi Smith, Southern Conference Player of the Year from 2022. 15 points off the bench in the opener against North Florida as Gonzaga rolled 104-63 against North Florida in the season opener. Do the Patriots have a shot to make the playoffs? I think they do. It's going to be a tough road to get there, though. That's the thing. Yeah, right now they're last in the AFC East, and everybody's above 500. I think they can win off the bye week against the Jets, though. It's just, they got some tough games. The one against Minnesota, that's critical. If you want to steal a game, the Thanksgiving one against Minnesota, that's a tough one to steal, considering how the Vikings have played. But, anything's possible. If they steal that, probability is they might be in. But if they lose that, it's going to be tough. I think by the end of the season, you're looking back at the Chicago loss on Monday Night Football. That's, if the Patriots don't get in, that's the reason why. Wick, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in, taking the Zags in this one. Yeah, hit us up in the chat. Who do you guys got in this game? Gonzaga or Michigan State? Also vote in the poll as well if you guys would like. Looks like we got the starters announced for this game too. So Michigan State starting Tyson Walker, A.J. Hogar, Joey Hauser, Malik Hall, and Matty Sissoko. Gonzaga's starting lineup, Julian Strother, Nolan Hickman, Rasir Bolton, Drew Timme, and Anton Watson. Yeah, Cavs looking incredible to start off this year. Yes, I knew that, Vaughn. Malika, welcome back on the stream. We'll keep you guys posted as long as I'm live tonight for other scores going out throughout college hoops currently. But Houston out to a tremendous start up against St. Joseph's 32-11. And Duke trailing early 7-3 against South Carolina upstate. UConn, another monster lead as they lead against Boston University 29-12. Fifth day of action for college hoops games across the U.S. for this season. All right, we're about to get ready to tip off, everyone. The Air Force Aircraft Carrier Classic on the USS Abraham Lincoln. What a sight to see tonight for outdoor college basketball. Yeah, she's been doing well, Vaughn. Michigan State made it all the way to the second round of the NCAA tournament. They were the 7th seed, got past the 10-seeded Davidson Wildcats in the first round, lost against Duke in a back-and-forth game, and in the final 6 minutes of the game, Duke able to take control of it and win in Coach K's final season to keep his tournament hopes alive last year for Duke, making their run all the way to the Final Four. Michigan State lost 3 starters, Max Christie, Gabe Brown, and also Marcus Bingham Jr., all to the NBA draft. Gonzaga lost 2 of their starters, Andrew Nemhard, and then Chet Holmgren to the NBA draft. Gonzaga all the way to the Sweet 16, lost against Arkansas, as Arkansas just took control of that game and showed them physical big bodies in that matchup. The physicality really being the difference in that game last year in the Sweet 16 round of the tournament. So Gonzaga is going to go in the white uniforms tonight. Dark blue numbers with a red outline, dark blue letters for this matchup. Drew Timme, the player to watch for this year. 4th season at Gonzaga, still there. With a beard and a stash for Timme. Just seems like he has been there for like a lifetime by now. All-American second team selection from 2022. Probably wouldn't have been at Gonzaga if it wasn't for the new NIL instituted in the offseason, but that's the reason why a lot of key players came on back to their programs. Oscar Tshiebwe, Armando Bacot, Drew Timme all came back to play college basketball because of the whole NIL, changing now the whole scape of college basketball. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We're going to tip off in just a moment. Outdoor basketball, sunny, high 60s. It looks like out in San Diego, California, off the coast, on the Naval Aircraft Carrier on Veterans Day. A spectacle to see. Michigan State with their team breaks the huddle. They're going to take the floor right now as they go in the Army-colored uniforms for this matchup. Brown and green and orange or brown and green as we're about to get ready to tip off in this matchup right now. And Gonzaga will go right to left on the floor. Michigan State left to right, Malik Hall. And Drew Timme about to go up for the opening tip. First time in 10 years they have played one of these games in an aircraft carrier. Here we are. Outdoor basketball as we are underway. Michigan State controls the opening tip. This is A.J. Hoggard, the point guard. Passes over to the left wing. Hall dumps it down low. Hauser backs his way. Swings it out to the wing to Hoggard. Back on top into the hands to Tyson Walker to transfer from Northeastern. Second season for Michigan State. Attacking inside the paint. Right hand off the glass. No good. Timmy able to alter that shot. Taken by Malik Hall. Rebound control by Gonzaga. First possession of the game for the Bulldogs. Timmy top of the key. Lob down low. Looking for Watson. Deflected. Able to get picked up at the baseline though by Strother. Out to the corner. Bolton with a three before. Whistle blows. A reach and fall. Picked up by Michigan State. Bill, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Best of luck on the over for this one. Gonzaga will get the inbound. Over to the wing to Timmy. Puts the ball back into the hands to Strother. Takes the three straight away. That's good. Straight through. Julian Strother starts off with a three ball. Michigan State with the ball. Hall bounce pass. Low right block. Sissoko down low. Blocked by Timmy. Here goes Gonzaga now. Second possession of the game. Looking to push it. Swing it out to the corner. Three in the air. Skipped around the rim. Missed. Tipped up by Timmy. Defensive rebound. Hauled down by Sissoko off the miss by Nolan Hickman. Hoggard getting into the paint. Floats one up. Got it. Right to the rim. Good for two by A.J. Hoggard. Minute 13 in action so far through the game. Gonzaga called on a turnover right past midcourt. Mario, welcome back in the stream. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Hoggard at the top of the key, defended by Hickman. Bounce pass into the hands to Hauser. At the right wing, Hauser. One-on-one, defended by Watson. Slides it out to the top. Off to Hoggard once again. And out to the corner it goes. Three is good by Michigan State. The camera not on for that camera angle, but the Spartans take the lead. 5-3 now for Sparty. Gonzaga right to the cup. Missed the layup by Strother. Gets deflected out of bounds, though. Last touched by Sissoko. So we'll stay Gonzaga possession, 18-13 in the first. Brandon, welcome to the stream here, man. Yeah, things going pretty well. Glad to have you guys back on board. Gonzaga gets the inbound all the way in their backcourt. Now past midcourt for Rasir Bolton, the transfer from Iowa State. At the baseline, bounce pass over to Watson. Watson working on Hauser at the right block. Moves it out to the top. Bolton, deep range three. That's well off the mark. Rebound collected by Michigan State. Could not hit the rim on that three by Bolton. Spartans with the ball at the elbow. Hoggard lob over the top. Great position and a foul. Sissoko will head to the free throw line, shoot two. It's going to be a result in a blocking foul from behind, picked up by Rasir Bolton. Jacob, welcome to the stream. No problem, man. Thanks so much for joining in. First personal foul assessed to Rasir Bolton. Matty Sissoko, 6'9" center, the junior. Going to the free throw line to shoot two now for Sissoko. First one hit the rim short. That was well short. 28 season for head coach Tom Izzo from Michigan State. Looking for a big season. They came in ranked at 31 in the preseason poll for Sparty this season. But one of the key things is that, unlike the last few seasons, after Cassius Winston graduated from the program, they struggled to find their point guard, but they've got one with A.J. Hoggard. Tyson Walker was the main point guard at Northeastern, but he had struggled last season. Hoggard had played better at the point off the bench. Put back good by Timmy, up and in off the glass. Hauser attacks downhill, swings it out to Hoggard. 17-20 remaining in the first. Hoggard at the top of the free throw circle. Out to the corner, up fake. Hauser takes the two. Deep baseline J, missed off the rim. And the rebound collected by Timmy. Gonzaga past midcourt. 3 minutes through the game approximately. Timmy gives it off to Bolton. At the free throw circle. Slides it out to the wing to Hickman. Over to Timmy. Timmy off a double team. Timmy now one-on-one at the wing. Timmy backs his way at the elbow. 12 on the shot clock. Timmy, fall away, hand in the face. That's off the glass, no good. Rebound controlled by Michigan State. Near side of the floor now by Malik Hall. Hall slides it over to Hauser. Into the hands to Hoggard. Slow start in this game. Outside basketball has led to some of these shots being wide right off the glass didn't hit the rim. Specifically by Gonzaga, that's 2 shots that haven't hit the rim so far for the Zags. Andrew, welcome to the stream here, man. And a whistle down low picked up by Gonzaga on the reach and foul. Yeah, I was shocked to see Gonzaga was an 11.5 point favorite entering this game, considering that it's outdoors. The wind could play a major factor, and that's a steal by Gonzaga, near side of the floor. Hickman right to the bucket, missed the layup, puts it up, second time, got it. Yeah, wind certainly having a factor in this game right now. Hickman missed an easy layup. Teardrop good, up and in off the glass. Malik Hall, quick up the floor for Michigan State responding. Hey, that's awesome. Quick Christmas tree up. Looks like for Andrew, 4 minutes into the game. Gonzaga with a possession. Watson slides it out to the wing. Into the hands to Strother. Strother passes on top to Hickman. Hickman rises for the J, 18-footer. Missed back iron. Rebound collected by Hall. Hall brings up the floor for Michigan State. At the right wing, defended by Hickman, lobs it over to the baseline Hauser. Hauser backs his way, right block, inside the key, puts up the shot. Blocked from behind by Watson, and the ball goes back to Gonzaga. Slow start in this game so far. 4.5 minutes through. Timmy, top of the key, bobbles the pass, collects it though. Lob inside, too tall, turnover by Drew Timme. Yeah, that pass just well too far above, looking for the entry pass. And those are the passes that he is usually the one catching for Drew Timme, not his teammates that's smaller than him. First time out taken to the game, 15:28 remaining, first half here between Michigan State and Gonzaga. Slow start, 8-7 to score. So we go in timeout. All right, if you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. A spectacle to see out there. So we got college basketball being played outdoors on a Navy aircraft carrier for the first time in a decade on Veterans Day. Slow start for Gonzaga from three-point range, 1 for 3 so far. As 2 of their shots missed off the right side of the glass. We can see that the wind could clearly have a factor in this game today being played outdoors. Anton Watson. He's yet to score, but let's see what we got. So 3 points by Julian Strother. He made the lone 3 for Gonzaga. So Strother made the lone 3. 2 each by Timme. Timme's got 3 rebounds and 2 by Nolan Hickman. And then for Michigan State, the lone 3 made by Tyson Walker. They're perfect 1 for 1 from 3-point range. And they've been more taking it to the rack in this game so far from Michigan State. 2 each by Hogard and Hall. And then a free throw made by Sissoko. Quick update on other college basketball scores. What a start for Houston. Number 3 team in the nation. They're up over St. Joseph's 37-18. Duke now with a lead over South Carolina Upstate 14-9. UAB with under 8 minutes left to go. Right now they're trailing against Toledo 69-64. We'll keep an eye on that as UAB was projected to be one of the top teams in their conference this season. UConn looking good up against Boston University 35-23. Starting off at the top of the hour, under 8 minutes away, we got Kentucky against Duquesne, UNC against Charleston. Those 2 teams are ranked inside the top 5 in action, coming up at the top of the hour at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, college games, NBA games as well. And glad to have you guys on board being a part in the stream tonight. Let us know out in the chat who do you guys got in this one. Who you taking, Gonzaga or Michigan State in this game? If you did any bets, let us know who you took in this one. Michigan State plus 11.5 or Gonzaga by 11.5 favored in this game. Also over under. Let's see what that was. Over-under for this matchup. I think it was that. Yeah, 142.5 was the over-under for today's game. So, it's been a grind offensively here in this one so far. 8-7 Michigan State with a lead outdoor basketball where both of these teams aren't used to could see a lot more misses in this type of game today. Gonzaga shot the ball 63% from the floor against North Florida, as they've been the king of efficiency under head coach Mark Few for the last 2 decades plus, but playing against a Power 5 school, it's been different, as in terms of that, just physicality, bodies out on the floor. Michigan State's one of those teams that they like to run it through their front court players. Here's Malik Hall at the elbow, swings it out to Hogard. Pass out to the corner, 3 gets blocked. Out of bounds, Anton Watson with a huge block denying Hauser. That looked reminiscent of the Zion Williamson block from 3 years ago. Just goes all the way from the key and blocks it at the corner perimeter. Lob off to Hall. Hall one-on-one working on Strawder. And a turnover. Shot clock violation by Michigan State by Malik Hall. Couldn't get it off in time and airballed it. Five-plus minutes through so far. Gonzaga with a possession. 14:50 remaining in the first half. Top of the key, Watson. Passes down low, Timmy has position, up and in off the backboard, off the pivot move for 2. That's how you got to get to the basket if you're Gonzaga. Use the main man, Drew Timmy. Watson tries to force a steal. Hogard able to get it away. To the corner, it goes to Hall. His pass deflected, picked up on the far side corner by Tyson Walker. Walker, one-on-one, working on Hickman. Drives baseline and contact and no call, blocked by Gonzaga as well. The Bulldogs looking to push it behind the defense. Layup. That's through for 2. Malachi Smith off the bench. First 2 bench points of the game. Malachi Smith, the transfer from Chattanooga Southern Conference Player of the Year. Here he is coming up with a steal. Smith looking to set it up. Out to the top it goes to Timmy. Timmy attacks, spin move. Kick out, corner. Smith, open 3 in the air. Missed off the rim, and the rebound collected by number 0, Jackson Kohler, the 4-star freshman forward from American Fork, Utah. There's a big jam down low. The pass ahead to Malik Hall. Malik Hall, 4 points so far, 2 for 3 from the floor. Attacking inside the paint as we get a whistle on the foul assessed to Michigan State. It's going to be Julian Strawder, who was going right into the paint. Non-shooting foul, though. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of 2s in this game. Yersif, welcome back in the stream, man. Thanks so much for joining in, brother. It's going to be tough to make 3s in this kind of environment tonight. Drew Timmy now checks out of the game. Coming in for the first time today will be number 15, Efton Reed, former center for LSU at 6'11". A sophomore, transfer from the LSU Tigers. Joey Hauser with 2 fouls so far, with 13.5 left to go in the first. So Hauser currently on the bench as well for Michigan State. And a traveling violation called on Gonzaga. So sloppy game that we've seen so far in action now. 3 turnovers by both of these teams. Michigan State will have possession back. 13-15 in the first. They're able to break past half court, past the pressure. At the midcourt logo, Tyson Walker, the transfer from Northeastern. At the elbow now, swings it over to Akins. Corner 3 in the air, launched, missed off the mark for the Spartans. Rebound collected by Salas. Salas up the floor, moves it out to Nolan Hickman. Over to the top to Watson. Timmy currently on the bench. Offensive foul. Efton Reed knocks down Matty Sissoko out in the low post. It's going to be called on Reed. And that's Malik Hall. Yeah, Malik Hall trying to get position there to play Efton Reed, looking for the post up, and Efton Reed just knocks down Malik Hall. Full court pressure instituted by Gonzaga. Michigan State dribbles past midcourt with Malik Hall. Hall top of the free throw circle. Puts the ball into the hands to Walker now, edge of the midcourt logo. 12:35 left to go in the first. Walker at the wing, slides it over to the top to Hall. Hall crossover, works his way low left block, lost the handle of the basketball, turns it over. 2-on-1 fast break. Here goes Gonzaga, driving right to the hole. Missed the opportunity for it by Malachi Smith. as he had a 2-on-1 fast break, missed the shot, right side of the glass. Rebound controlled by Michigan State with a reach-in foul called on Smith after the Spartans rebound. Brutal possession there by Gonzaga. 2-on-1 fast break, and they could not convert. And usually that's what they're known for, is being able to convert on that, getting up the floor rather quickly for Gonzaga, making cuts, getting to the hoop, and offensive play design that they're usually a quick team up the floor, but Michigan State taking those transition points away right now in this game. 12:15 remaining in the first. Akins passes off to Walker. Walker towards his right, dribbles up, attacks inside the paint, and a tie-up. Huge defensive play by Efton Reed, tying up Tyson Walker. Possession arrow for Gonzaga. Efton Reed going to make a big impact on the Zags this season with his size. It's a huge stop there by Reed. Puts the ball back into the hands of the Bulldogs. Watson backs his way, low left block, and he gets fouled. Hogard called on the reach. That will be Michigan State's third. And it results in a timeout taken on the floor. Media timeout, 11:54 remaining first quarter. Slow start in this game, 11-10. The score right now, Gonzaga by 1. Yeah, hopefully if you put money on this one, hopefully you took the under in this game today, because the outdoors certainly can have an effect on that. And also for Gonzaga, you go from taking on North Florida, which they scored 100+ against, to Michigan State. So mid-major to Power 5 school. And yeah, it can make quite the difference there when you're going up against the big boys in this game, because both of these teams shooting low percentage at the moment. Gonzaga shot the ball 63% in the season opener, held at just 35.7% so far. 5 for 14 from the floor, 1 for 4 from 3. 4 points by Drew Timme leading the way. He had a great post-up pivot move that he scored up in and off the backboard, and that's what Gonzaga's going to have to do in this game to get their points. If Michigan State's looking to take the transition points away, only way you can get them is running through Drew Timme in the offense through the low post. 3 points by Julian Straughter. He made the lone three straight away open at the top of the key. After that, Michigan State's really clicked defensively. And then 2 points each by Nolan Hickman and Malachi Smith. For Michigan State, 4 points by Malik Hall. He's leading the way. Also has 2 rebounds. 3 points by Tyson Walker with a lone made 3 for Sparty. And then 2 points by A.J. Hogard with 2 assists. Quick update on other scores throughout college basketball tonight. Houston leading St. Joseph's 44-25. Duke now out on the rolls. They lead against South Carolina Upstate 27-14. It took a couple minutes for Duke to get settled in the game. They were trailing early 7-3, but now they've been able to get on a big run ever since. Villanova tipping off against Temple. We'll keep you guys updated on that score. Same as North Carolina and Kentucky in their games. Tipping off at the top of the hour. UConn looking good, leading Boston University 40-23. Florida tipping off against Kennesaw State right now currently. Same as Miami against UNC Greensboro. And Campbell at NC State. So a lot of major conferences now in action. Actually, a key game going on right now between West Virginia and Pittsburgh. Pretty good opening week game. West Virginia with an early lead, 5-0 at Pittsburgh. And also Clemson on the road at South Carolina. So that game's going on as well. 4-0 Clemson leads. We'll keep you guys posted on that score along with Florida State against UCF. Florida State had lost their opening night game against Stetson. We'll see if it's better turnaround take 2 tonight against Central Florida. Central Florida upset Michigan last year. Both of the free throws good at the line. Boulder Vaughn, welcome back to the stream, man. Thanks so much for joining in. Full court pressure applied by Gonzaga. Michigan State able to take it past midcourt, though, with Hogard. Hogard at the edge of the logo, defended by Rasir Bolton. 11:40 left to go in the first. Hogard at the left wing perimeter. Dribbles up now to the right elbow. Bounce pass. Off to the wing to Akins. Back into the hands to Hogard. Attacks inside the paint. Floats it up over the top. And a whistle blown when Matty Sissoko drawing the foul at the rim. It's going to be charged to Anton Watson. Non-shooting foul. Michigan State will get the inbound. 11:29 remaining first quarter. Second, that's going to be on Rasir Bolton, actually. So that's personal foul number 2 committed by Bolton today. Walker at the baseline. Nice bounce pass down low. Off to Hall. Puts it up and in. Off the glass and scores. That's Sissoko, number 22, gets the bucket. Vegas, welcome to the stream, man. 11 minutes left to go in the first. Basketball on a Navy aircraft carrier on Veterans Day. Outdoors, a sight to see. Here's a 3. Missed off the mark, no good by Gonzaga. And an over-the-back call picked up as well on Efton Reed. So the ball will go back to Michigan State. Extremely slow start in this game right now. And Efton Reed will have to check out of the game now with 2 personal fouls. Drew Timme comes back in. Run down in the foul trouble at the moment. 2 fouls committed by Efton Reed and Rasir Bolton. Drew Timme with 0 so far. 2 personal fouls by Joey Hauser for Michigan State. Yeah, this game is outdoors in a naval aircraft carrier. Michigan State gets the bucket with Hogard inside the paint. And they come up with a steal as well. At the wing, handoff, 3. Skipped around the rim and out, missed by Pierre Brooks. Defensive rebound pulled down on the far side of the floor by Gonzaga. Salas moves it off to Watson. Watson passed to Timme at the low right block. Timme, pivot move down low, puts one up off the glass, no good. A rebound controlled by Michigan State, showing them bodies at the moment, forcing the miss by Drew Timme. Weaving inside the paint, missed the layup with the right hand though by A.J. Hogard. Got knocked down and fouled as Gonzaga picks up the foul. And that's going to be number 6. I believe here for Gonzaga as a team. The clock will stop with 10:07 in the first. It was off the Hogard miss. It was Matty Sissoko who tried to go for the putback. Actually, that's going to be 7. So 7, they just updated for the foul number. So that is now number 7. So Michigan State in the bonus now. 17 foul in Gonzaga, just 3 by Michigan State. As we're not even past the midway portion of the first half. Missed free throw off the front rim by Sissoko. Rebound control by Gonzaga. Now we got 10 minutes left to go in the first. Sneaks around left hand, good in the paint by Strother. Both of these teams basically been one point range throughout this whole game, basically, since the start. Hogard finds Brooks, floats at the runner, good. Pierre Brooks gets in on the action, looking for a huge season by Pierre Brooks. Had a strong start in the opener against Northern Arizona. Missed runner at the baseline. Pierre Brooks, 14 points from the bench, 4 for 7 from 3 in the opening victory against Northern Arizona. Bounce pass down low. So we got contact here. Malik Hall will head to the line. He's getting held up by Anton Watson. 8th personal foul now in the first half by Gonzaga. We still got 9:19 remaining. The Zags getting into some deep foul trouble right now at the moment. We take a look at the foul numbers. 2 personal fouls each by Efton Reed and Rasir Bolton. One and one bonus by Malik Hall. First one right down the middle. Second shot by Hall, and that's around the rim and out. Rebound control by Timme. Timme already with his 4th rebound. Had just 2 rebounds against North Florida. 22 points, the game leader in the season opener. Strother moves it out to the top into the hands to Salas. Passes out to the left wing, turns the corner, drives as Strother. He gets denied, and Michigan State comes up with a basketball. Spartans on transition now. They will slow it down. At the low right block, it is Hall. Backs his way on a smaller defender. Inside the paint, scores. That's through for 2 by Malik Hall. Michigan State right now playing bully ball in the game with 8:45 remaining in the first. And a timeout taken on the floor by Mark Few of Gonzaga. We're going to have a foul picked up by Michigan State. They looked like they were going to cut to commercial break, but didn't. It's going to be Matty Sissoko who will check out of the game. Michigan State substitution during that whistle stoppage. Gonzaga gets the inbound, 8:40 left to go in the first. Timmy. Over to the wing. And we got contact around the perimeter. Michigan State picks up the reach-in. So that will be team foul number 5 now by the Spartans. Connor, welcome to the stream, airman. What a start for Michigan State. Gonzaga in the opener, winning 104-63. Michigan State limiting Gonzaga to 15 points with 8:30 left to go in the first. Timmy receives the pass to the right elbow. Now at the right block, working on Hauser. Sneaks around, goes back door, gets the layup. Big time bucket there by Drew Timmy to cut the Michigan State lead to 2. Dennis, welcome back in the stream, man. Attacks going downhill inside, looking for the fall call. AJ Hoger couldn't get one as he tried to throw down a poster. But Gonzaga's defense was there. And we get a turnover. This is not good for Michigan State. Malik Hall just ran right into the stanchion as he is down hard. And also a Gonzaga player's down hard in pain. Anton Watson going straight into the stanchion. Both of them struggling to get up. Hall right now gets up to his feet. He is limping. Anton Watson slow to get up for Gonzaga as both of them went straight into the stanchion with 8:06 left to go in the first. Good to see both of the guys able to get up okay as we had a slippery spot on the floor. And welcome to Stream Airman. Yeah, I think this is more like a testament that Gonzaga struggles whenever they play against a Power 5 school. Yeah, Bob Huggins, last week I think, when there was talk that Gonzaga could potentially join the Big 12 in the future, he had said that Gonzaga would struggle. They're supposed to add in Houston in the future into the Big 12 as Michigan State takes it coast to coast off the rebound of the bucket by Tyson Walker. Drew Timmy took a 3. It was well off the mark. Outdoors playing a big role in this game. Entry pass. Watson down low, puts one up. Too tall off the glass. He got fouled though. And two free throws heading to the line here for Anton Watson. I think Michigan State's playing this game really smart right now, attempting fewer threes than Gonzaga. Outdoors with a win can definitely have conditions on missing shots. That is now 3 shots that Gonzaga has missed wide right of the rim towards the right side of the glass. We take the timeout, 21-17 the score. 7:41 remaining in the first half, and Michigan State onto a 4-point lead. Yeah, it's been close this whole game. Largest lead right now by 4 for Michigan State. 3-point lead by Gonzaga. If Gonzaga wants to win this game, they're going to have to run through Drew Timmy today. 6 points, 4 rebounds by Timmy. Top scorer, top rebounder. Julian Strother, second best player on the floor for Gonzaga. He's got 5 with 3 rebounds. I think the big question for Gonzaga, because I was shocked, first of all, like why in the world were they at number 2 to begin with in the preseason for them, is because the main playmaker on this team, that's a question mark for this season, unlike the last couple of years that they've had. Jalen Suggs and Andrew Nembhard, the past 2 seasons back to back, and then for this season coming up with a new playmaker, and they've only got 2 assists so far by Anton Watson, but Going to need one of the guards to start creating for your team, and that's where Nolan Hickman needs to come into action for this season for Gonzaga to lead the team for this year. But yeah, that's going to be a work in progress compared to the previous 2 seasons plus for them. And then let's see what we got right now going on for scores. Houston. Man, Houston looking really good. 46-26. Houston up over St. Joseph's. North Carolina just tipped off against Charleston. UNC leads 7-4. Kentucky leads 7-3 against Duquesne. And Villanova Temple just tipped off 2. Temple leads 6-3. This is actually a sneaky good matchup. SMU's at Dayton. Dayton's ranked at 24. And SMU leading 7-6. SMU, yeah, they didn't make it into the tournament last season. I think it's been like 3 straight years for SMU that they've been like borderline close to the tournament, but haven't been able to make it in for SMU. So that could be a signature victory for them on the road at Dayton tonight if they're able to pull it off. UConn looking great this season. 42-25. UConn leads over Boston University. Clemson up over South Carolina, 11-6. South Carolina struggled against the non-conference mid-major opponent in their first game. And then Florida State lost against Stetson opening night. They're taking on UCF 8-7 FSU currently. Pittsburgh leading West Virginia 15-10. So there's a couple really good sneaky games in there with power conference teams playing each other tonight. South Carolina, Clemson, West Virginia, Pittsburgh. 1 for 2 at the free throw line by Gonzaga. Back to the timeout. Michigan State with the basketball. They split past midcourt with Hall. Kicks it out to the corner. 3 on its way. It's good by Jaden Akins. Largest lead of the game right now. Second made 3 for Sparty. Gonzaga with a possession with Hickman. Bounce pass down low. Timmy. Pivot move inside the post. Scores another one. Up and in off the backboard. Exactly what they're going to need to do to win this game is run the offense through Drew Timmy down in the low post. Top score with 8. Baseline drive out to the corner. 3 in the air again. That shot is well off the mark by Hall. Air ball. Back it goes to Gonzaga. Under 7 minutes left to go in the first. Hickman. Bounce pass top of the key to Watson. Lob inside looking for Timmy. Lost the handle of the basketball in the entry pass. Turnover. Stolen away by Tyson Walker. Out to the corner. 3 goes. Missed by Jaden Akins. Rebound collected by Strother. Slow start in this game. Especially when these two teams have tried to shoot threes. We've seen a couple of those shots by Gonzaga missing to the right side of the glass. Here's a 3. That's good. Nolan Hickman from downtown. We get a 1-point game. That's a big-time shot. 24-23. Both of the teams are just 2 for 7 each from 3-point range currently. Michigan State will slow it down. We have 6 minutes left to go before halftime. Bounce pass at the baseline off to Hauser. Hauser backs his way on Timmy. Brings a double team. Hauser tries to get it away. Lost the handle. Turns it over. Gonzaga pushing it downhill. Draws the contact and the foul. Malachi Smith will head to the line. Shoot 2. Or that's number 0, Jacob Kohler. Looks exactly like Hauser. Hauser's 10. That was Jacob Kohler, the first-year player that had turned it over. Free throws here by Malachi Smith. First one missed off the front rim. So Jacob Kohler will check out of the game right now, and Hauser still on the bench currently from Michigan State with those 2 personal fouls earlier in the game. Second free throw is good. Gonzaga also in the bonus now, is that 7 by Michigan State on the last foul. Take it away right at midcourt on the steal by Gonzaga. Smith inside the key, lost the handle, turnover by the Zags as it goes back to Akins with a steal. Akins will slow it down past midcourt. He's got Hall, Hogard, Tyson Walker. And the lob goes to Matty Sissoko, the 5th player out on the floor. Catches the lob, throws it down with a two-handed dunk. (26-24) entry pass looking for Timmy, deflected out by Sissoko. Uncle Pizzle, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Things going pretty well, brother. 2-point game currently. Great game going on between these two teams, and a spectacle to see outside on the Navy aircraft carrier. Inbound to the top. That misses off the mark. Another three. Gonzaga misses to the right side of the glass. Michigan State has the basketball, attacking to the paint. And missing the mark was Hogard. I think he was looking for his man to roll down, but a little miscommunication right there off the turnover. Gonzaga with it back with a steal. And they get called in the turnover. Wow, this game been choppy right now in terms of turnovers. 8 by Gonzaga, 8 by Michigan State, with under 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Michigan State just going to keep on slowing down tempo, playing at their style. They will attack the paint this time, and they got blocked out of bounds. Hogard looking to attack right there to the paint. He was contacted, though, so they're going to call a foul on Gonzaga. This will be 2 shots here at the line for Hogard, so it wasn't a clean block. First one he missed long. Sorry to hear that, Uncle Pizzle. Hope things start to go better for you, man. Second free throw and a double bonus. That's good for A.J. Hogard. 27-24. Hogard up to 5 now currently. Top scorer for Michigan State with 7 with Malik Hall. 5 each by Sissoko and Hogard. And then Drew Timme has 8, the game leader for Gonzaga. Watson slides it over to the wing. 3, too long. Missed off the back rim by Hickman. Rebound control by Walker, looking to push it. Nice scoop down low with his find. Couldn't finish with a layup as it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gonzaga. Pierre Brooks had a chance to lay that one in. Got rejected by the bottom part of the rim, though. Lucky that they're going to get it back. 4:08 remaining in the first. Inbound out to the wing. 3 on its way. Missed off the back iron. Watson with a defensive rebound. Watson will take it past midcourt for Gonzaga. Over to Kellen Mitchell, number 4, as he gets... Or that's Julian Strother. Strother, number 0, gets clobbered. Wow, Strother got clobbered and fouled, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. Yeah, a lot of these games, especially early in the season, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls. Man, that's a hard one there. Strother turns the corner, and he's just between 3 defenders, two of them right on top of him. And he gets clobbered. 2 free throws coming up by Julian Strother as we head to the timeout first. (27) 27-24 to score now. Michigan State by 3. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Rough season for the Lakers. 3-point lead for Michigan State with under 4 minutes left to go before half. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, college hoops, NBA games here on the channel. Scoreboard updates going on throughout college basketball. Temple leading Villanova early on, 13-5 Temple with under 12 minutes remaining in the first half. We'll keep you guys posted. Kyle Neptune's second game as the head coach at Temple, replacing Jay Wright. North Carolina leading Charleston 9-6. Kentucky up against Duquesne 13-8. Duke exploding, leading South Carolina Upstate in the final minute before halftime, 39-16 for Duke. They were trailing early at 1 point, 7-3 was the score early on. UConn out on a roll. Huskies up by 20 over Boston University, 49-29. Florida tied up against Kennesaw State right now, 12-12. That's a low-scoring game there. That's almost midway through the first half currently. Miami having some trouble with UNC Greensboro currently, 12-10 Miami with the lead. West Virginia took the lead back against Pittsburgh, 22-19 Mountaineers. Clemson, South Carolina tied up at 14. UCF up over Florida State, 13-8. Florida State right out of the gate has been one of the biggest disappointments of the first week this season. I think they were projected to be, for most analysts, they were projected to be the number 3 team in the ACC behind UNC and Duke. A lot of people projected Florida State. Probably would have gone more so myself. For number 3, I would have taken Virginia this year to take the jump for them. Their whole starting 5 is back for Virginia. But yeah, Florida State dealt with a lot of injuries last season. They were a big disappointment considering that they had been in multiple tournaments before last year and started off in the wrong foot, losing against Stetson. Free throws to the line for Gonzaga, both of them good, by Julian Strawther. 1 point game now. .345 remaining before halftime. Lob, backdoor, off the side of the glass. They're able to get the offensive rebound. Mady Sissoko straight away throws it down with a two-handed dunk. Sissoko bails out the offense in the last possession. And Gonzaga turns it over. Let's see the replay right here. If they're able to give us the replay, they will. They were looking for a backdoor lob. It wasn't clean. It went off the bottom right part of the glass. Sissoko, they followed it up with a trail, and he dunked it off the trail. He saw that the ball was going to miss wide. He was there to clean it up and jam it down. 3-point lead by Michigan State, and also they get the possession. Cross-court pass over to Akins. Towards his lefty dribble, swings it out to the wing. Into the hands to Brooks. Brooks puts one up off the side of the rim, no good. Defensive rebound pulled down by Malachi Smith of Gonzaga. Smith, his pass, jumps the route, and it's intercepted by Akins. Akins puts it up, got the bucket. Anticipating the pass, jumping the route, Jaden Akins with an interception. 5-point lead by Michigan State. 3 minutes left to go before halftime. At the wing, it's Hickman. Moves on top into the hands to Ben Gregg, number 33, receiving his first minutes this season. And a steal once again. Turned over by Gonzaga, getting sloppy with the basketball going downhill. Akins off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Sissoko, mid-range, got fouled. Drawing the foul, Sissoko to the free throw line, shooting 2, and Michigan State's doing exactly what Arkansas did in the Sweet 16 of the tournament, showing Gonzaga bodies right now in this game. Big bodies inside the paint, and Gonzaga's falling apart against the physicality of Michigan State. They got multiple top 100 recruits, by the way, in this Michigan State team. Jackson Kohler, top 45, 4-star recruit, got some playing time before the last timeout. We're going to take a timeout here on the floor. 31-26 the score. Michigan State, 5-point lead. Chance to build it back from the timeout. Sissoko will shoot 2 at the line with 2:39 remaining. Back after the timeout. Top 100 recruits on this team. Jackson Kohler and Trey Holloman. Both of them are the 2 first-year players. And then Pierre Brooks from last season. He's a sophomore now. Sophomore Jaden Akins, who's done a great job really going downhill to the rim here, setting the tone for his team as of late. AJ Hoger, top 70 recruit. Mady Sissoko is heading to the free throw line and got that big dunk a couple possessions ago. Sissoko's a top 35 recruit. Malik Hall, top 60 recruits. And then Joey Hauser, top 60 recruit as well. So they have 8 top 100 recruits on this team. Specifically, all 8 are inside the top 75 at one point during high school. Back from the timeout, first free throw missed at the line by Matty Sissoko. He's got 7.6 rebounds so far. Second free throw, Sissoko missed again, skipped around the rim and out. It's one thing they're going to have to improve upon for this season for Michigan State's the free throws, especially with the big guys on this team. 2.5 left to go before halftime. Gonzaga with a possession. Ben Gregg puts the ball into the hands of Smith, the Southern Conference Player of the Year. Out to the wing it goes for Gonzaga, off to Hickman as we get a whistle around the screen. A reach-in fall picked up by Hogard. Gonzaga being held to 36% from the floor in this first half. After shooting 63% in the opener, dropping 104 against North Florida. 2 Mangoes, welcome to stream. 22-14 points in the paint in favor of Michigan State. Free throws in the bonus. First one good for Gonzaga. That is made by Julian Strother. Second shot's good. Timmy currently in the bench at the moment. 2:15 remaining before halftime. Spartans with a possession. Edge of the midcourt logo for Michigan State. Now they have it at the right wing. Hogard swings it out to the corner. Akins, dump off, down low. Blocked by Gonzaga. Pinwheels around into the hands to Akins. Another chance. Dumps it down low once again. There's a dunk by Matty Sissoko. Matty Sissoko, 9 points, getting to the rim all throughout the course of this game tonight. Under 2 minutes remaining. Jumper for a deep 2. That is knocked through for Gonzaga. Haven't seen many deep jumpers. Nolan Hickman connects on it, though. He's got 8. Minute and a half left to go before halftime. Michigan State will slow down tempo. Akins turns the corner. Kicks it out to the wrong player. That's the referee. That's a turnover. Nice catch by the referee, but... Oh, there was a... Oh, 1 second. Was there a foul by Gonzaga before he kicked it out to the wing? Oh, there was. Yeah, there was. There was a foul by Gonzaga before he kicked it out to the wings. Sissoko was the one who got contacted, so Sissoko here will shoot in a double bonus. 2 free throws. First one's good. That's great for the big fella. Matty Sissoko really showing what he's got in this matchup so far. First player to double figures tonight, Matty Sissoko. 10.6 rebounds. It's only 2 for 6 on free throws, but that's a big one to build confidence. Second free throw, missed off the back iron. That's a career high, by the way, with his 10 points tonight in the first half by Sissoko. It's 34-31. Gonzaga attacking downhill. Missed the layup by Hickman. That should have been an easy 2. Instead, he tried to get a little bit too fancy with it. Over to the corner. Up fake Walker. Into the hands to Hogard. Minute 5 left to go before halftime. Passes to his left and the outside. Hogard has possession at the top of the key. Sissoko sets the pick. Over to the right wing to Walker. Settles for the deep 2 jumper. Connects. Tyson to Walker and knocks down the big jumper. Yep. Yeah, Bryce Hopkins, a big get in the offseason for Providence. Really good to be able to pick up Hopkins there. What's good, Salvador Chavez? Welcome to Streamer, man. 35 seconds left to go in the first. 3 straight away. That's too long by the Zags, and the rebound collected by Michigan State. Out in the open. They will slow down the possession. Shot clock turned off. 25 seconds left to go, and then they toss it out of bounds. That's the second time that they mistake the official for a player out on the floor tonight. Trey Holloman getting some playing time here in the final minute. 25 seconds left to go. Gonzaga's going to have the ball. Nolan Hickman. Dribbles past midcourt. Shot clock turned off. 15 seconds left to go before halftime. Now it's down to 10 seconds. Hickman guarded by Trey Holloman. Hickman takes the 3. Top of the key. Off the rim, no good. Crashing the glass for the defensive rebound. It's Sissoko. 2 seconds. Looking to push it. Lob over the top. Right at the horn. Did they get it? Michigan State says count it off the bank. Trey Holloman behind the defense. The assist by Tyson Walker. They do. And they go into halftime with a 7-point lead. Beautifully executed by Michigan State. Going the length of the floor in the course of 3 seconds off the rebound by Sissoko. What a start for the Spartans here in the first half. 38-31 the scores we enter halftime. Mady Sissoko setting the tone for Michigan State in this game. 10.7 rebounds, showing Gonzaga big bodies out on the court right now by the big man center Sissoko. 4 for 5 shooting down inside the low post in the first half. 5 points, 5 assists by A.J. Hogard. 7 points by Malik Hall with 4 rebounds. 7 points by Tyson Walker. 5 off the bench by Jaden Akins for Gonzaga. Drew Timme, 8 points. Nolan Hickman, 8 points. Julian Strother is actually the top player entering halftime in the scoring department and rebounding as well. Strother, 9.6 rebounds in the first half, but Gonzaga struggling with efficiency in this game. Hickman just 3 for 10 shooting. Strother 2 for 6 shooting. As a team, they're just 35.7% held to in the first half. Currently, they got 6 blocks as a team. Michigan State with 1. Gonzaga coming up big defensively with those blocks, but struggling with the turnovers. 11 turnovers right now for the Zags, compared to just 4 total assists. And also taking too many threes in an outdoor game, which a lot of those threes have gone well off the mark. Just 3 for 12 right now in this game. So we head into halftime currently 38-31. Michigan State on top as they were on the line. They were projected as an 11.5-point underdog in this game against Gonzaga tonight. And obviously, history tells us that Gonzaga has struggled against Power 5 schools in the past. So this is nothing new for Gonzaga. They got coming up in their schedule. They got their schedule with their hands full. Loaded against Power 5 schools. They got Texas coming up next Wednesday. They're at Texas. And then they got a game against Kentucky on Sunday, November 20th. They also have Baylor on Friday, December 2nd. And then, so they got their schedule loaded with Power Conference schools. Washington on Friday, December 9th. It's been a while since Washington has been like a solid basketball program. They went to the tournament back in 2019. And then they also got Alabama on their schedule. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, that Tarleton was giving Gonzaga a heck of a game. I don't think it was last year. I think it was the season before, the one that we play most of the season out in the bubble, that Tarleton gave them a game. Yeah, so Gonzaga had won against Texas last season and won against UCLA, but then they came up short against Duke and Alabama. Also won against Texas Tech. That was basically a newly assembled Texas Tech team for them from last year. It took them a little bit of a while to get adjusted, but once they got rolling, they started to get going last year for Texas Tech. I think if Texas Tech played them later in the season, I think Texas Tech would have won that game against Gonzaga if it was later in the season. But yeah, they had lost against Duke and Alabama, the 2 Power Conference teams last season, and then ended up losing against Arkansas in the Sweet 16 of the tournament. Yeah, lost against Michigan back in 2019 for Gonzaga. They won against Oregon by 1, crushed Texas A&M. They won against Arizona, North Carolina, so they had taken care of their Power Conference opponents the season prior too. Yeah, Villanova's having some trouble right now against Temple. 28-16, Temple leads against Villanova currently. I was concerned about the depth of that Villanova team this season. I don't think that they're going to be that deep this year. with the losses that they had. Dayton leading SMU. That's a sneaky game. If SMU wins that game, that's a great sign for SMU tonight if they're able to win that game, because later in the season in March we could look at SMU, and if Dayton is rolling through the A10, SMU could put themselves in because of that non-conference win. So that's something that has to be monitored. I know I think St. Louis is supposed to have a really good team this season with them. Their point guard was like top 5 in assists per game last season. It's kind of disappointing for UAB. They were projected to be at the top of their conference. They're going to lose against Toledo tonight, 87-78. North Carolina trailing against Charleston, 33-32. Kentucky up against Duquesne, 31-18. Houston looking good, leading St. Joseph's by 18, 53-35. Duke is destroying USC Upstate at the break, 43-18. UConn is rolling 62-41. Kansas State showing the bottom of the Pac-12, what they're made of, against the bottom of the Big 12 team with K-State. K-State up against California, 21-15. Florida leading Kennesaw State 28-18. Miami struggling right now against UNC Greensboro. Miami was slow starters last year, and then they got rolling to make it to the tournament. They're trailing 26-22. Purdue looking good. They're up against Austin Peay 23-12. We got a couple really good games tonight going on between major conference schools in action. West Virginia, Pittsburgh tied up at 26. Clemson and South Carolina. South Carolina takes the lead 21-20. UCF leading Florida State 29-26. And Florida State in danger, going down 0-2 on the schedule this season against two teams that they were favored to beat on the schedule. Lost against Stetson in their season opener, so this is not a good start to the season for Florida State this year. Stanford and Wisconsin, another great game tonight. Stanford tipping off against Wisconsin a couple minutes ago, so that's another game going on at the moment. A lot of great stuff going on in terms of basketball. San Diego State hosting BYU. That's another great matchup taking place. That's much later tonight at 10:30 Eastern. Mario, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, so Louisville lost against D2 Lenore Rhine in exhibition. And then they lost against Bellarmine on Wednesday night. Yikes. So that's what happens when you have a bunch of front court players and like no guards in their team. It's going to be a long year for Louisville. I thought that Georgia Tech would be last in the ACC, but it's looking like in this first week that Louisville could really be last this season in the ACC. Let's go to Woo Pig. Welcome to the stream. SB, welcome back in. I don't have any like commercials or anything during halftime here. I hope so. That Providence can keep up with Creighton. I think the team to beat could be UConn for this season in the Big East. I think UConn has the best chance to give Creighton a run for this season. I'm really concerned after that first game with Providence. They almost lost against Ryder in their first game. And their schedule starts to get harder quickly because I'll be at Mohegan Sun for the Sunday games coming up, not this weekend, but the following weekend. They got, in that Mohegan Sun tournament, they got Providence, St. Louis, Maryland, and Miami. So the schedule increases in terms of difficulty for Providence coming up soon compared to they got this week. They got Northeastern and Stonehill, which Stonehill is a new Division I program. They only have, I think, like 2,000 students at the school for Stonehill. Hey, best of luck there. Arkansas is going to Fordham tonight in that game. I'm interested to see how many points Baylor is going to hang up on Norfolk State tonight. Baylor just looking like a machine in their first game. They start off with like ridiculously easy games in the schedule. They got Mississippi Valley State. They play their first game against. But they start off with like these easy games in the schedule, and they beat these teams by like 50 and 60 points. Oh, interesting. Yeah, they play before. I think they play before the stream starts. So they'll go on with like a commercial before the stream, and then once the stream starts, it shouldn't pop up again. I think it might like pop up during like replays and things like that at like some of the points, but during the live stream, once you're live on it, you shouldn't get like another like commercial to pop up. What a start for Michigan State tonight in this game, getting physical with Gonzaga and battling out there on the floor, winning this game through the paint in that first half for Michigan State. Mady Sissoko, career high 10 points. He's got 7 rebounds in the first half, 4 for 5 from the floor, and playing really hard and physical, and that's why Michigan State's got the lead currently, is that their starters have been able to do well. Joey Hauser was the top scorer in the first game, and tonight he's yet to score, but his teammates really picking up in place of him right now. 7 points by Malik Hall, Tyson Walker with 7, 5 by A.J. Hogard with 5 assists. I think that could be a difference maker. Michigan State, last couple of seasons after Cassius Winston, they really didn't have a proven playmaker in their team, and now Hogard and Tyson Walker, now they get used to the system, and both of them in their second year at Michigan State, and since they've got used to the system now, great chance for them to step up and lead the offense for both of those guys playmaking. And right now we see assists being the difference. 9 assists by Michigan State, just 4 assists by Gonzaga. And Gonzaga really doesn't have that proven type playmaker that they did with Andrew Nembhard and Jalen Suggs the past 2 seasons on this team right here. Nolan Hickman, just 1 assist in the first half. Drew Timmy's got an assist. Anton Watson has 2 assists. So he's the top playmaker in the first half for a forward on the team for Anton Watson. The blocks have kept Gonzaga right in this game right now, though. They got 6 blocks, 2 each by Watson and Hickman in the first half. And then Timmy with 1, Strother with 1. Strother, the top scorer, with 9, and then Timmy's got 8 along with Hickman with 8. Michigan State's also outscoring Gonzaga off the bench 9-3. So that's another factor, too, is because Gonzaga has lost games because of their depth. Just haven't been able to be deep enough. Like the national championship game against Baylor. Baylor was just so crazy deep when they won that championship year back in 2021. And the starting lineup of Gonzaga just couldn't compete against the depth of Baylor in that game and the physicality. And once again, here's another team, a power conference team, just taking it right to Gonzaga. Like, I was shocked, like, how much Gonzaga was favored in this game tonight. They were an 11.5 point favorite in an outdoors game today. Bruin, welcome to the stream. We'll have to see what happens here in the second half, because history has shown that Gonzaga is a second half type of team, but Michigan State's winning through their style at the moment, and Michigan State has been patient throughout this game. They're usually one of the slower tempo offenses in college basketball, but they've been really patient. That's what's helped out in this type of environment tonight when Gonzaga's missed shots on their end of the floor. Michigan State showing patience and going inside and winning the battles inside the paint throughout the first half. I'm gonna go slightly over for Gonzaga with the losses. I think they'll probably get like 6 for this season by the end of the year. Probably gonna steal one of those games, either Texas, Kentucky. I don't think they're gonna steal Baylor. Baylor. I think Baylor's got a good chance to represent the Big 12 in the Final Four once again. Here's the thing is that, in my eyes for this season, when I predicted the teams for my own predictions for the Final Four, I've got Baylor, Kentucky, Arkansas, and then I had one other team in there. Oh, UNC. That's what I had. Was UNC. I wouldn't be shocked if I see Houston in the Final Four once again. Yeah, most likely the team that they would beat is Texas. I think that's a road game, though, at Texas. Just going to pop this up, see if it's a road game. It says at Texas. Yeah, it's at Texas. I think St. Mary's could be a sneaky team. St. Mary's usually steals one against Gonzaga sometime. BYU sometimes will steal a game against Gonzaga. And then there's been a lot of talk about Portland this year being like at the top of the conference with Gonzaga, St. Mary's, and BYU. Like, that team had like single-digit wins a couple of years ago for Portland, but I heard that everybody came back on that team, so that could be a team to monitor on. That'll be shocking if they're able to win against Gonzaga, but yeah, anything is possible. But in conference play, I think St. Mary's has got, out of any team, I think St. Mary's is going to get one. So we get back to action right here. Michigan State by 7 as we enter the second half of action. And already a quick foul picked up by Gonzaga 12 seconds into the second half. So this will send Maddie Sissoko back to the free throw line with 11 now. Hits the first free throw. Sissoko's second free throw. That's good. Largest lead of the game, 9-point lead for Michigan State. We'll see the possession here to start things off for Gonzaga. If they're going to go inside looking for Timmy, if they're going to force up a three, they will take it inside. Nice cut to the hoop. Couldn't finish, though, for the Bulldogs as Michigan State gets it back. Charleston, by the way, hung up 50 against UNC at halftime. The score is 50-43 Charleston. And an offensive foul picked up by Michigan State away from the ball. It's going to be on Sissoko. The big fella having one heck of a game tonight. Just picks up the foul. That's going to be number 2. Top of the key, Rasir Bolton. Transfer from Iowa State. Bounce past Timmy inside the low post. Timmy with a right hand. He missed it off the glass. No good. And the rebound collected by Hall as Hall gets followed by Timmy in the back end. So Hall hit around the face area. I think he might have got poked in the eye as he came up for the rebound, poked by Timmy. That's already 3 quick fouls in the first 53 seconds. The second half by Gonzaga. Exactly what you cannot... no, that's going to be... I was looking downwards. That's okay, so they got 1. Okay, so I was going to say 1 foul each by both of these teams right now. So they brought back the foul. It wasn't on Gonzaga. That will be a travel by Bolton. Things are really sloppy right here for Gonzaga. Turnovers and fouls. 13 total team fouls by Gonzaga, and now they've got 12 turnovers. Michigan State with a possession, first minute through the second half. Nobody's led by double digits tonight. Chance to do so with a bucket made here. Hogard. Bounce pass into the hands to Hall. Dribbles back outside to the right elbow. Hand off to Hauser. Yet to score tonight. He was the game leader in the last game. Driving right to the hoop. Offensive foul though by Hogard. Yeah, UNC's got their whole team back from last year. Yeah, they're all 5 starters are back. Besides Brady Manick was the lone one that left UNC. So he was replaced by Pete Nance, who transferred from Northwestern to UNC. Ty, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Hoger just picked up his second foul. An offensive foul driving into the lane. Floater, good, by Nolan Hickman. Hauser up fake, looking to score for the first time today. Moves it outside to Malik Hall. Hall towards his left, hand off to Walker. Walker top of the key, working on Timmy 101. Crossover Walker. 14 in the shot clock. Outside it goes to Hall. Hall working on Watson inside the post with the right hand. Missed the first time off the glass. Offensive rebound. Sissoko puts it up, draws the foul. Matty Sissoko tonight just on another level. Drawing contact. The blocking foul picked up by Watson. Yeah, glad to have you back on the stream here, Ty. Sorry to hear, man. Hopefully improvement for your team throughout this season, bud. Sissoko getting better in his free throws, too. First one down the middle. Gonzaga's got a lot of players right now in foul trouble as well. Anton Watson, 4th personal foul of the game currently. 2 each by Timmy, Bolton, and Reed. And then, yeah, that's what they got for foul numbers. But Watson's got 4. 2 each from Michigan State by Hall, Hauser, Sissoko, and Hogard. Second free throw good by Sissoko. 9-point lead all over again. 17:40 remaining. Hickman. Lost the handle, turns it over. 13th turnover to game by Gonzaga. And the reach and fall in the backcourt committed by the Zags, too. Michigan State will get the inbound. They'll keep on slowing it down with a comfortable 9-point lead at the moment. Hogard at the left wing, passes on top to Walker. Attacks inside the paint. Tyson Walker with a left hand gets fouled. Going right downhill to the bucket. They realize what's happening right now. Efton Reed picks up the blocking foul, and that's a quick 3 by Efton Reed for personal fouls. Michigan State just being the aggressor right in this game currently, attacking, going downhill. Smaller Walker on the big man Reed. Walker to shoot 2 at the line. First one, it's good. Second shot by Walker, missed off the mark. Rebound collected by Timmy. Timmy tonight, 8 points, 5 rebounds. 17-15 left to go. Gonzaga's only gone to the free throw line 5 times. They're 8 of 10. Michigan State's much more as they've attempted 17 free throws. Here's a steal. 3-on-1 transition. Missing the layup. Hauser, but he got fouled. Back to the free throw line all over again for Michigan State, looking to bring this past 10. Wow, this is just sloppy by Gonzaga. 5 personal fouls in the first 3 minutes of the second half. Plus, all the turnovers they committed tonight. That's now 14 turnovers as a team. That's going to be the problem spot this season, is that they're going to need to grow in the playmaking area. Tonight, Nolan Hickman, 4 turnovers to just 1 assist. Like, they're missing a main point guard out of this team. First free throw made by Michigan State. Whereas these guys have been in the system now for a full season. Tyson Walker and A.J. Hogard, the 2 main playmakers for Michigan State. Gonzaga going to burn a timeout. 17 minutes left to go. 45-33 to score. As Michigan State comes out and storms this second half. And yeah, Gonzaga with just no answer right now. Credit to the Michigan State defense in this game for what they've done tonight. Outdoors conditions, 7-2 second half start. We're 3 minutes through, and once again, Gonzaga versus another Power 5 school struggling against the big bodies and physicality. D. Wade, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in, brother. My man John from Off the Wall Hockey, welcome in, bud. Hey, congrats to you, brother. 10K yesterday for Off the Wall Hockey. If you guys enjoy the NHL, make sure to check him out. He just reached 10K for subs yesterday. What a start to the season for Michigan State. 17 minutes left to go. Drew Timme. Right now he's got 8 points, but he hasn't been able to take over this game as Michigan State's done a great job limiting Drew Timme tonight. Back to his for his 4th season. The second team All-American. Picked to be a first-team selection in the preseason. But if you're a first-team selection, you have to start taking over this game tonight. And that's not been the case. It's been Matty Sissoko from Michigan State. 14 points, 9 rebounds so far for Sissoko. Yep, Michigan State just super hungry. Yeah, I was shocked that they weren't ranked to start off the season for them. They were picked at 31 in the preseason. Let's see what we got going on right now. Villanova struggling against Temple at the moment. Temple with a lead, 34-29, and also number 1 ranked North Carolina trailing against Charleston at halftime. So, a lot of upsets that we've got brewing right now going on. 50-43 at halftime. Charleston leads. Kentucky up at the half against Duquesne, 38-22. Low-scoring game at halftime. Dayton leading against SMU, 29-24. We'll see if Baylor can put up another triple-digit spot, this time hosting Norfolk State. That game just tipped off. Arkansas tipped off against Fordham. And TCU barely beat Arkansas Pine Bluff. They just tipped off against Lamar. So a lot of games going on. Houston with a strong start this season as they are destroying St. Joseph 67-43. Auburn just tipped off against South Florida. Yeah, this week has been crazy full of upsets. And Miami's currently trailing against UNC Greensboro 23-20. So a lot of upsets we've still got going on currently. Yeah, so this is quite ridiculous. So tomorrow I'm covering a college basketball game in person for a tournament I did research in the team stats, and the team last season averaged 106.8 points per game, and they allowed their opponents to score 109 points per game. The college was out in New York City, and they're traveling to Massachusetts tomorrow for a basketball tournament. It's quite crazy. So I'm interested to see how much they drop tomorrow. Back to action, Timmy floats one up, and he will draw the foul coming back from the timeouts. How many points will Baylor get? I'll predict for Baylor for this one, I'll predict 94 for tonight's game for Baylor that they'll get. Yeah, Baylor playing against Norfolk State. I heard there was a bunch of falls in that game against Mississippi Valley State in the opener. Timmy missed the first free throw. Timmy projected to be a first-team All-American, certainly not playing like it tonight. Second free throw coming up by Timmy. Yeah, I got 3 games over the weekend. Timmy just missed his second one. I got 2 for men's basketball tomorrow. They're at 3 and 5, and then I posted in the community tab. I'll change the times of those because they were originally scheduled for 1 to 3. I got notified that they've switched it to 3 to 5 tomorrow because we're supposed to get the Hurricane for tomorrow, the remnants from it. And then I got one for women's basketball at 2 on Sunday, stolen away by Gonzaga. Top of the free throw circle, Timmy. Mid-range shot, good by Strother going downhill. That's a great response by Gonzaga to cut it to 10. Julian Strother with 11. He's the first player to double figures tonight for the Zags. They're actually the second. Hickman's got 10 currently. Hauser. Out to the wing, it goes to Hogard. Hogard doing a great job setting up his teammates tonight. Hauser top of the key towards his right. Into the hands to Tyson Walker. Walker outside, it goes to Hogard. Draws a double team. Swings it out to the wing. Open 3 on its way off the catch. No good, in the rebound pulled down by Strother. Strother looking to push it, and we get a foul in the backcourt. It will be on Malik Hall. So a Hall reaching into the backcourt. Obviously, Tom Izzo irate about that call. I just finished up the season for volleyball, so I announced conference championships last weekend. So everything coming up is basketball for me. Besides next week. Next week I'm supposed to cover a Massachusetts high school playoff game, but I don't know what they're going to put me on just yet, so I just have to find out what they'll schedule me for, either football or volleyball I put out there for. All right, we take the timeout on the floor. 15:36 left to go, second half. Michigan State by 10 in the Armed Forces Classic here outdoors in San Diego. D-Way with a dono. Let's get that dono hype on the stream. Really appreciate it, man. You guys, the legends in the channel. Yeah, so if you guys want to catch my broadcast that I do in person this week, I put up that information up on the community tab. It wasn't on the last post I did, but the post before. I think I put it up on Tuesday, the post. So if anybody's interested, go to the community tab. It's over there on the post about my weekend schedule for what I have for in-person games. Feel free to check that out if you guys would like. So I got 2 men's basketball games tomorrow. It's part of a non-conference tournament that I'm doing. They're at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. And then I got a women's basketball game on Sunday at 2 p.m. I'm going to change the times of those. So they were originally scheduled for 1 and 3. But they pushed back the games for tomorrow. Hey, thanks so much, Dennis. Appreciate it, man. It's a really good sign for Michigan State that Joey Hauser's only got 2 points tonight, but his teammates have stepped up. Matty Sissoko, a career-high 14 points. And we could already see, like, he was a big-time recruit coming out of high school by Sissoko, just hadn't panned out to be. This is big news, a top 35 recruit from the class of 2020, and up to his career high right now. 14 points, 9 rebounds by Sissoko, 1 more to a double-double. 14 turnovers by Gonzaga, really crushing them as they've been held to just 36% shooting. Usually Gonzaga is the king of efficiency in all college basketball, but tonight, just not the night. Usually their offense runs straight through Drew Timme. This is extremely concerning. Timme with just 8 points tonight. 4 for 8 from the floor. He's taken... tied for the second most shots in this game. Nolan Hickman is 4 for 11. He's taken the most by Gonzaga. Back to action. Efton Reed puts one up and scores off the low right block and good. Cuts the Michigan State lead to 7 or to 8. 45-37 the score. Michigan State with a possession will keep on slowing it down. Tyson Walker at the wing. Bounce pass into the hands to Hauser. Backs his way on Timme, low right block. And Hauser turns it over. Back it goes to Gonzaga. Timme brings it up the court. Timme, downhill, right to the rim. Timme got contacted, falls down hard, no call. Michigan State comes up with a rebound. Shake and bake at the elbow. Walker out to the corner, into the hands now of Hauser. On top, it goes to Hogard. Hogard drives down the lane on Timme. Bounce pass, corner, 3 on its way. Pierre Brooks missed off the rim. Offensive rebound collected by Kohler. Over to the left corner, 3 on its way. That's an air ball. Too strong by Joey Hauser. Gonzaga has possession, 14.5 left to go. Attacking, going downhill at Strother. Strother circles around the key, moves it back outside to Rasir Bolton. Bolton at the wing, lobs it over to Timme. Timme working one-on-one on Hauser. Inside the low left block, nice spin move, pivot, scores, up and off the backboard. It's good, count it and 1 by Drew Timme. That's a first-team All-American move right there. Great job by Drew Timme on that possession, showing his patience, working on Hauser. Blow-by spin move, or that's the first-year player, number 0, Jackson Kohler, who he was working on. Jackson Kohler, number 0, and Hauser, number 10. 14-12 remaining. Timme will shoot 1 at the line. And the free throw is good. Now we get a ball game. Offense started to run through Drew Timme, and things have changed. Michigan State struggled with scoring droughts last season. They haven't really gone into a big drought in this game, though. They struggled to close it out late against Duke in the round of 32. Deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Efton Reed. Really concerning when I see Boston College on the scoreboard win their first 2 games by single digits against Cornell and Detroit Mercy. It's going to be a long season this year for BC. And they have a bunch of upperclassmen in the starting lineup. So, despite being 2-0, they barely beat their first 2 teams. Missed shot by Michigan State. They've gone in a drought as of late. Timme swings it out to the wing into the hands to Strother. Bounce past Timme at the right elbow. Timme working on Hauser, backs his way, spin move in the key, gives it up to the baseline. Jumper is made by Rasir Bolton. Nice pass by Drew Timme off to Bolton at the baseline. 7-0 run by Gonzaga. Timeout taken on the floor by Tom Izzo. We get a ball game right now. 13:27 left to go in the second. Drew Timme running the offense, doing everything at this moment. And that's why Gonzaga's been able to make a comeback. They've been patient with it. They got plenty of time remaining in this game. Timme just picking off the matchup there. Got Hauser in a jab step, spun inside the key, found Bolton at the baseline. Beautiful dime off to Bolton. Gonzaga being taken out of this game, not playing their style, but then they've been able to find ways here to stick around with Michigan State. Michigan State 0 for 6 shooting in the second half and field goal shooting percentage. They've yet to make a single shot this half. They've got their points all at the free throw line. 5 for 8 in the second half by Gonzaga. Here goes Gonzaga creeping right back up on Michigan State. Timmy with 11. 11 by Strauder, 10 by Hickman. 14 points by Matty Sissoko, and then 8 points by Tyson Walker. 7 by Malik Hall. In an outdoors type of environment, you need to be patient with your points and get to the key as much as possible. Outside shots going to be tough to come by in this type of environment tonight, playing outdoors, as we got a reach and foul committed by Gonzaga. 13:09 left to go. Julian Strauder picks up his second personal foul. Michigan State will get the inbounds. Over to Malik Hall on the outside. 15 on the shot clock. Slides it over to Hogard. Hogard top of the key. Pass it out to Hall at the wing. Around the perimeter they go with Walker. Walker top of the key. Moves it to his right to Brooks. Brooks lost control of the basketball. Turn over Michigan State as the drought continues. Gonzaga attacking right downhill. Layup missed. Cleans it up though. It's Efton Reed with a putback dunk. 1 point game now. Gonzaga on an 11-0 run in the last 4.5 minutes. Michigan State needing something. 12.5 left to go in the second. Bounce pass off to Hall. Hall top of the key, defended by Timmy. Hands it off to Tyson Walker. Walker on the outside. Drives down the lane. Walker. Bounce pass. Blocked by Timmy. Goes back to Gonzaga. Here goes the Zags pushing it over to the wing. 3 in the air for the lead. Smith missed off the mark. Offensive rebound. Timmy lost the handle. Turnover. Back it goes to Holger. 2-on-1 fast break. Right to the rim. Scores. That's finally the first bucket of the second half by Michigan State made. Is Tyson Walker on the 2-on-1 fast break. Under 12 minutes left remaining. Plenty of time in this game. Gonzaga trailing by 3. Malachi Smith at the left elbow. Bounce pass off to Timmy. Timmy working his way in the Hall. Swings it out to the wing. 3 on its way. Catching fire. Skipped around the rim and out. Missed by Julian Strauder. Rebound controlled by Michigan State. Walker. Passing on top to Hall. Hall moves it out to his left to Hogard. Hogard attacks baseline. Drives. He gets blocked. It goes out of bounds. Think he drew contact though, and the foul wasn't clean. The clock will stop at 11:29. We get a ball game here. Going to take the timeout on the floor. 47-44. Gonzaga closing right on into Michigan State. What a game. If Michigan State drops this game, blame the free throws tonight. If they have really struggled at the free throw line. 11 for 19. 58% shooting tonight at the free throw line. Gonzaga struggled too. 9 for 13 at 69%. So both of these teams haven't really been spectacular. And struggling from 3, which is expected in an outdoors type of environment here for this game. But as of right now, it's just Gonzaga on their big run themselves. Michigan State lucky that they were able to get the fast break bucket. That helped them out get some momentum here to the timeout. Last call on the floor was a blocking foul committed by Efton Reed. So this should be 2 at the free throw line coming up by Michigan State after the timeout. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Currently in the timeout right now. Man, what a game for Duke. They are pounding South Carolina upstate 77-34 for Duke after a slow start. Really poured it on. Houston up over St. Joseph's 49-54. North Carolina has tied it up against Charleston early second half 56-56. Kentucky leads Duquesne 44-29. Villanova still trailing against Temple 38-35. That is against a bad Temple team right there in a matchup between two teams from Philadelphia. Dayton looking good up against SMU 42-31. Baylor leading Norfolk State 19-11. Arkansas up against Fordham 9-7. TCU leading Lamar 14-11. South Florida leading early over Auburn 9-6. And Liberty up over Alabama 14-13. So that's the scores inside the top 25 going on currently. Let's see what else we got. Let's see if I can refresh and we can get some more scores on the scoreboard. Three-point game currently as we come back from the timeouts. Kansas State on a massive run to close out the first half. They are blowing the doors off Cal. 42-22 to score. West Virginia up over Pittsburgh 50-38. And South Carolina leading Clemson 43-39. Back to action. 1 for 2 at the free throw line by Michigan State to come out of the timeout. 11.5 left to go. Open three straight away for Gonzaga. Missed off the left side of the glass. No good by Rasir Bolton. Had a clear open look at an indoor arena. That probably would have gone down 99.9% of the time with an open look like that. But the wind took it to the left side of the glass and it got tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Zags. That's why you have to run this game in the post if you're Gonzaga. They've attempted more threes than Michigan State. More threes have led to the majority being wasted possessions when you're taking low percentage shots in an outdoor environment that the ball is going to sail to the opposite side of the glass. As we get a whistle and a reach-in foul picked up by Gonzaga, and that is now 7. As a team will send Michigan State into the bonus, and we're not even midway through the second half here. Got to get to the foul trouble numbers because Gonzaga's in some big-time foul trouble numbers right now. 4 personal fouls by Anton Watson, 4 by Efton Reed, 3 by Nolan Hickman, 2 each by Strother, Bolton, and Timmy. First free throw is good for Michigan State. James, welcome to the stream. Things going pretty well, man. Hogard, second free throw. That's good. He's got 8 points, 3 rebounds. Under 11 minutes left to play. Michigan State looking for the upset over Gonzaga. Michigan State currently in the poll at number 31 in the nation. They will move into the top 25 definitely with a win in this game. Gonzaga gets the inbounds. Bolton slides it to the top. Into the hands to Strother. Pro hop into the key. Strother. His pass in between traffic. Deflected and intercepted. Michigan State comes up with a steal with Tyson Walker. Walker will slow it down. 20 in the shot clock towards his left on the perimeter. Walker moves towards his right. Walker looking to pass it. He does. Gives it over to Akins on the wing. Pick set by Sissoko. Akins jumper to baseline. Misses poorly. Off the side of the glass. Rebound for Gonzaga. Looking to push it. Attacking. Going downhill. Right to the rim. Bolton. He's got it. Count it in the foul. Big time bucket going downhill with a head full of steam. And they're going to give it to him though. Oh, they won't. The foul committed before the shot. So they will erase the bucket made by Rasir Bolton. Great on-court awareness, driving right to the hoop on Malik Hall. Wow. They will not give him the bucket. So Hall commits the foul before. And it's going to be a Gonzaga inbound. They will not count that as a bucket. 4 personal fouls, though, by Malik Hall. Strother gets the inbound. Slides it over to Salas at the wing. Back into the hands to Strother. Moves it across the floor to Malachi Smith. Lobs it off to Timmy at the baseline. Timmy backs his way in Hauser. Low left block, and Timmy draws the reach and foul. That's on Sissoko. Hall is currently out on the bench with 4 personal fouls. So the Bigs are in some deep foul trouble right now. Foul trouble could very well determine this game. Tyson Walker has to come back onto the floor. 4 personal fouls by Malik Call, 3 by Sissoko, 2 each by Hauser, Hogard, and Kohler. Timmy at the free throw line, and the bonus misses poorly. That was well to the left side of the rim with Michigan State collecting the rebounds. Spartans into the key with Hogard, puts one up over Timmy, no good off the glass. Rebound control by Bolton, lost it in the backcourt, picks it up as there was nobody else there. Bolton pass midcourt, 9.5 left to go. Bolton attacks downhill right to the rim and draws the foul. Hauser, he attacks on, and that's going to be Hauser's 3rd. Joey Hauser having a rough game tonight. His brother Sam went off for the Celtics against the Pistons on Wednesday night. Career high 24 points. Joey Hauser, 18 points, 10 rebounds, led the way from Michigan State in the season opener win against Northern Arizona. But tonight, just 2 points. 0 for 4 from the floor. First shot by Bolton. That's good. Second free throw by Bolton, right down the middle. Nine and a half left to go. 4-point game. Bounce pass over to Walker at the wing. Walker's got Hauser, Akins, Hogard, Hall. Alright, he's got Sissoko, number 22, out on the floor. Hall's currently on the bench. And that's just a terrible turnover by Michigan State. Nobody there. Backcourt violation as it goes out of bounds. Wow, that is rough. 9:03 left to play. 4-point lead and a drag here to the finish. At the wing, Strother slides it out to the top to Timmy. Timmy bounce pass into the hands of Salas. Over to Strother. Turns the corner. Strother inside the key. Strother will get called in the turnover. Turnover by Gonzaga. Michigan State will have it back. (28-20). Michigan State leading points in the paint in this game. Yeah, I've had a busy schedule lately. I'm working with 3 colleges and then a high school organization to announce games and stuff. I've been putting together like 70, 75, 80 plus hour weeks as of lately. Jumper gets blocked on the way up by Gonzaga. They've come up with a block fest tonight. That is now 8 blocks as a team here. Attacking downhill. Bolton right to the paint. Missed the layup. They get their own offensive rebound back. 8:10 left to go, though. Salas lobs it over to Timmy. Timmy inside the key. Lost the handle. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans. .806 remaining. It's going to be 13 on the shot clock here for the inbounds. What a game that we have. 4-point advantage by Michigan State, but it seems like it's like the lead is like a mile away because both of these teams just cannot score a bucket. Gonzaga with a possession. At the wing, it's Strother. Bounce pass off to Timmy. Timmy at the right block, double team. Moves it over to Strother. Floats up the runner. Mid-range, gets it. Julian Strother, unbalanced type of shot, but able to connect on it. Lunging forward into a floating motion up to 13. 7:45 left to go. Off to the wing. Michigan State with a possession into the hands to Hauser. Over to the top, it goes to Walker. Walker slides it over to his left. 3 on his way. Open. Pierre Brooks sends it through. Pierre Brooks with a big-time triple. He came up big in the season opener, 14 points from the bench against Northern Arizona, made 4 threes. 7:15 left to go. That's only the third made three of the game by Michigan State. 3 for 12 from 3. Gonzaga is 3 for 15. Salas slides it over to Strother, top of the key. Strother, bounce pass down low, finds Timmy. Timmy working on Sissoko, draws contact, underhand with a left hand, gets it a go, good for 2, count it in the foul by Drew Timmy. Big time bucket could very well change the scope of this game right now. Drew Timmy on Matty Sissoko. Sissoko has had a better part of this matchup tonight, but Timmy right there with a big time basket to draw winning 3, and the and one coming up out of the timeouts. Timmy up to 13 points currently. He's got 9 rebounds. Sissoko with 14 and 9 tonight. What a game, 53-50. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe as we take the time out here. 7 minutes left to play. Outdoor basketball. A spectacle to see at the USS Abraham Lincoln off the coast of San Diego, California on a Navy aircraft carrier for Veterans Day. Duke about to win against South Carolina upstate easily, 83-38. Charleston leading by 1 against North Carolina, 68-67. Temple up over Villanova, 45-44. And Dayton in a close game leading SMU 49-44. Baylor looking good at doubling up Norfolk State 30-15. So, yeah, I think North Carolina and TCU, both of those teams surged late in the season. TCU struggled in their opening game. They barely beat Arkansas Pine Bluff. They were down by double digits throughout most of that game. Came back and won by 1. So it's going to be interesting to see where those two teams slot for this season, because I thought UNC would have a good chance to go back to the championship this year for them, because they returned basically everybody besides Brady Manick. Auburn struggling, 15-11 against South Florida. TCU brought back their whole starting 5 as well. Alabama up over Liberty, 24-17. Incredible move by Drew Timmy. What a game tonight between these two teams. The schedule is just going to get tougher from here. Michigan State next week's got the Champions Classic. Gonzaga takes on Texas on the road next week. Poll's pretty close. If you haven't already voted, feel free to do so. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We have 7 minutes left to go. For the high school one, I do the state championship games. It's for a network that they broadcast state championship games. So I had a lot of the college stuff on the weekend, so I wasn't able to cover, because I was asked to cover state championship games for like New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Maine, and Vermont, but I only signed up for Massachusetts because next week's the only week that they got available, since I had college stuff the other week, and that's going to be a foul by Gonzaga out on the floor. Or Hogard working on Malachi Smith. Yeah, so next week I'm supposed to be assigned. I signed up for either football or volleyball, they can put me on for the state tournament next week for Massachusetts. So they'll decide what they have open for me to cover. Is pretty cool. Yeah, they really struggled their first game. Technical foul by Malachi Smith, as he thought that he should have taken a charge. Hauser missed the free throw. So no good. Yeah, that's one that could go either way. Malachi Smith working on A.J. Hogard, and Smith got called on the foul. 6:40 left to go. Michigan State will get the inbound of the baseline in their front court. They pass it over to the right corner. Tyson Walker dribbles towards his left and the outside. Walker, top of the key. Ball poke loose, stolen away. Nice hustle play by Gonzaga. We got a foul though on the floor, and it's going to be committed by Michigan State. And Tom Izzo cannot believe the call. He is absolutely ballistic right now about that last call. Let's see. Walker had lost it, got poked loose. Ooh. That should have been a reach-in by Hunter Salas. That was not a clear steal. Hunter Salas came in with a right elbow and just knocked down the Walker. So the officials right now are going straight to the monitor about this last call as they're discussing it and talking to Tom Izzo about the last call. But official review right now on the floor for this, I'm pretty sure. But the first ruling was that it was a turnover by Tyson Walker and that Gonzaga came up with a steal, but that, in my eyes, did not appear to be a clean steal. Yeah, there's heavy contact right there by number 5, Hunter Salas. He just drives his body right into Tyson Walker and knocks him down. Pushes off with the right arm on Walker. That should never have happened with a steal. And Michigan State in their bench area is still looking at a clarification right now about this call. We have 6:28 left to go. Tom Izzo is still talking to the official about this last call right here. There was heavy contact on the steal. Glad to see that it's not raining at the site tonight. Full packed crowd, San Diego, California, on the USS Abraham Lincoln. Just a lot of contact. Walker gets knocked down by Salas as Salas drove in with the right arm. An initial call was the referee said that Gonzaga picked up the steal. Oh yeah, that should have never happened. Salas just chopped him down with the right arm. That's a heavy blow. Heavy blow. This game's going to come down to the wire tonight. 53-50. We were going back and forth with a 1-point margin in the first 10 minutes of the first half. This will be Gonzaga basketball. Gonzaga 8 for 16 in the second half shooting. Michigan State just 2 for 12. A race to the finish, 3-point lead, 1-possession game. Gonzaga with it. Right baseline dribble. Floats up the jumper, the right block. Missed off the mark by Salas. Tipping is good though for Gonzaga. Timmy there to clean it up. 1-point game. Drew Timme, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Starting to take over, 6 minutes left. Michigan State with a possession. Gonzaga was an 11.5-point favorite entering tonight. They're going to need a really surge in the last 6 minutes to do that. Inside the key, outside it goes for Michigan State. Nice ball movement. Hauser in a 3, missed off the back iron. Offensive rebound saved by Hogard. Pivot move. Hogard had to take it away but fouled. Rasir Bolton coming in late. Picks up the reach in, and it will send Michigan State to the free throw line. In the double bonus now, shooting 2. Matty Sissoko, top scorer, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 10 points by Tyson Walker tonight. A.J. Hogard, he has got himself 8 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals. 4 for 6 at the free throw line. First shot at the free throw line is good. Free throw number 2. He makes it as well. 55-52, 5:40 remaining. Hogard to double digits with 10. Salas bounce pass top of the key. Off to Smith towards the left wing of the perimeter. Over to Timmy at the baseline. Timmy double teamed. Slides it over to the wing to Smith. Passes on top to Strauder. 8 on the shot clock. Strauder leans into 1. Takes the 3 well short. Timmy offensive rebound. Up fake. Puts it off the glass. Too easy. Count it in the foul. Hauser picks up the blocking foul. Drew Timmy, a machine here in the second half, taking over this game. Slow to put that up on the scoreboard. Looked like an and 1. Yeah, should be an and 1. It is. Free throw for the tie. That's good, Timmy. Take it over right now. 55 even with 5:10 left to go. Drew Timmy, 18 points, 10 rebounds. 28 and 2 for Gonzaga when Timmy scores 20 points or greater. One more bucket, he's got that. A plethora of fouls tonight in this game. Hogard will draw the reach in by Gonzaga. Foul trouble numbers at the moment. It's really crushing Michigan State, by the way. It's left Sissoko on the bench. 4 personal fouls by Sissoko, 4 by Hauser, 4 by Malik Hall. 3 fouls committed by Tyson Walker. Foul trouble going to determine this game. 4 personal fouls committed by Anton Watson and Efton Reed III. Drew Timmy with just 2. So Drew Timmy surging and showing up in a big moment. And this is allowed Gonzaga to tie the game, and Michigan State just hit the free throw to take the 1-point lead. Second free throw by Hogard. Makes it. Michigan State able to get to the free throw line multiple times. 17 of 27 tonight at the charity stripe. Hogard is 8 for 10, 80% tonight at the line with 12 points. Under 5 minutes remaining, 2-point game. Gonzaga will get the inbound in their front court. Both teams hungry to start off the season 2-0. Inbound for the Zags. Gonzaga been trailing the majority of this game. Bolton at the right elbow. We got a whistle. Away from the basketball. It's going to be picked up by Michigan State. Things are getting out of control right now for the Spartans. Tom Izzo cannot believe the call. Well, yeah, things getting out of hand. If you're Michigan State, you really got to keep your composure right now. Hauser will check out. Hauser, the top scorer with 21. He just picked up his 5th. He just fouled out. He had 21 points in the opener against Northern Arizona tonight. Just 2, 0 for 5 shooting. Or 18 points in the opener. Check that. So 18 points in the opener. 4 for 8 from 3. He had 10 rebounds. It was Timmy who had 22 in the opener. Timmy with 18 tonight and 11 boards. Sissoko with 4 fouls. So Michigan State in some really hot water right now with 4:46 on the clock. They got multiple players with 4 fouls. Hall and Sissoko, the 2 top front court players. And Hauser just picked up his 5th. He has fouled out. So Drew Timmy now at the free throw line. Anton Watson with 4, Efton Reed with 4. But Timmy, the one who's taken over the game, is just 2 personal fouls. Timmy. Puts it to a 1-point game. 1 for 2 at the line, 57-56. Michigan State by 1. 4.5 left to go. Top of the key with Pierre Brooks. Brooks, Hogard, Tyson Walker, Matty Sissoko with 4 falls. Back out on the floor, same as Malik Hall. He has got 4. Hall at the low right block. Fall away. Hits the shot. Tough one by Malik Hall for 2. Michigan State by 3 with 4:15 remaining. Timmy out on the floor with Strauder, Malachi Smith, Hunter Salas, Rasir Bolton. Bounce pass to Timmy. Timmy up fake. Backs his way inside the paint. Timmy out to the corner. Open 3. Bolton for the tie. Oh, it's good. Rasir Bolton at the right corner ties the game. 59 even. 3:50 left to go. Both of these teams turning on the Jets here. Out on the naval ship at the moment in the Armed Forces Classic. What a game between these two teams. Nighttime brewing out in San Diego. Top of the key, it's Sissoko. Over to the right wing perimeter, off to Walker. Walker working on Bolton. Slides it out to his left to Holger. 3 at the wing. Holger missed the 3. Skipped around the rim and out. Offensive rebound for a moment by Sissoko, but couldn't come down with it cleanly. Timmy comes up with the basketball. 3:15 left to go. Timmy, nice find. Couldn't go backdoor. Missed the layup, but the tip-in is good by Malachi Smith to clean it up for 2. Eyes vision. Drew Timmy makes the play. Gonzaga. What a game. 61-59 with 3 minutes even. Michigan State. Top of the key into the hands of Sissoko. Handoff. Back over to Walker. Walker in the outside. Picks up by Sissoko. He rolls down to Walker. Jumper. 18-footer straight away. Oh, he hits it. Tyson to Walker delivers. 61 even. 2:40 left to go on the clock. Both of these teams able to pick up in the scoring department in the last 2 minutes in a big way. 13 by Walker now. Driving right to the hoop. Bolton missed off the glass. Timmy, oh, with a putback. Drew Timmy doing everything right now. The star of this game for the preseason first team All-American. Drew Timmy playing a man's game. Gonzaga showing up here. Surging with their typical style of offense and what they're accustomed to. In the final 4 minutes of action, timeout taken on the floor by Michigan State with 2:20 left to go. What a game right now. Drew Timmy doing everything at this point. 23 points, 13 rebounds. This game definitely coming down to the wire. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here, folks. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, college hoops games, NBA. What a start to the season. In the first week of this one, the Armed Forces Classic. Man, this game is right on the money to its hype. I think it was announced back in July that these two teams would play on an aircraft carrier. And first time in 10 years that there's been a game outdoors in an aircraft carrier, and oh man, it is delivered. Wow. Foul trouble right now really haunting Michigan State. Joey Hauser's fouled out. 4 personal fouls by Malik Hall and Matty Sissoko. 3 by Tyson Walker. Foul trouble for Gonzaga. Anton Watson with 4. Efton Reed with 4. Drew Timmy taking over this game. He's only got 2 personal fouls, which allows him to play more freely compared to the others out on the floor. 21 points by Timmy. He's got 21. Correction on that. 21 points, 13 rebounds right now for Timmy with 4 assists. 9 for 14 shooting. 13 points by Julian Strauder with 9 rebounds. 10 points by Nolan Hickman. Those are the top 3 players, double figures for Gonzaga. 14 points by Matty Sissoko, a career high with 9 boards. 12 points each by A.J. Hogard with 6 assists, 3 steals. 12 points by Tyson Walker with 3 assists. Michigan State, if they lose this game, they're going to look back on free throws. They missed 10 free throws. They made 18. 18 for 28 at the free throw line at 64% tonight. Gonzaga struggled too. They're just 13 for 20 at 65% at the free throw line. But Gonzaga's defense coming up big in the block column tonight. 7 blocks by the Zags compared to just one block by Michigan State. And historically, Michigan State's been a really good blocking team in the past. Just Gonzaga in this matchup today able to get the blocks. Going to come down to who wants it more. Gonzaga plus 14 points in the paint in the second half. The offense running through Drew Timme in half number 2, adjusting. Second half type of team for Gonzaga, able to mount the comeback as they were trailing by their largest deficit at one point. By 12 points, Michigan State held the lead. We come back from the timeout. Michigan State with a possession right to left in the court for the Spartans. 2:15 left to go. Outscoring Gonzaga 30-22 points in the paint, but Gonzaga scoring more points in the paint in the second half. Hall inside the key with the right hand, floats it up, he got it. Off the turnaround, Malik Hall coming alive here in the late stage of the second. Both of these teams scoring at clips like a machine as of late. Bolton hit a big three a couple moments ago, passed out to the top to Strother towards his left, hand off to Salas. And away from the basketball, we get a whistle and... what is this going to be? Is this going to be a turnover or no? 1:51 on the clock. It's going to be a foul. It's on Matty Sissoko. He has just fouled out. Away from the basketball, holding up Drew Timme. Sissoko picks up his 5th, and he has fouled out of the game. 2 players now have fouled out with Hauser and Sissoko from Michigan State, and Michigan State is running out of front court players. Drew Timme to the free throw line. Gonzaga now makes their way inside the double bonus. So both teams, 2 free throws at the line, as now Michigan State in a lot of foul trouble. Timme shooting 2. First one, no good. Missed off the mark by Timme. Drew Timme tonight really struggling with free throws. He is 33% at the line, 3 for 9. Second free throw by Timme, got it. 1 point lead for Gonzaga. Both of these teams struggling making their freebies today. Minute 50 left to go. Michigan State with 1 timeout, Gonzaga with 2. Top of the key for the Spartans. Over to the left wing, into the hands to Walker. Walker guarded by Bolton, moves on top, off to Pierre Brooks. Hand off to Akins. Back over to Brooks at the wing. Akins, top of the key, drives down the lane at the low left block, looking to pass it. 10 on the shot clock. Lobs it back to the perimeter to Walker. 5 in the shot clock for Walker. Walker, off fake at the elbow. Slides it over to the top. 3 in the air. Hogard missed off the back rim. Tipped to the corner. Saved. Offensive rebound by Malik Hall. They'll try again. Hall elevates for the J. Missed it. It's too short. Minute 12 left to go. Rebound pulled down by Gonzaga. The Zags up by 1. They're going to slow down the basketball. Gonzaga with a possession. 1 minute and 4 left to go. They'll take a timeout. 1:04 left to go on the clock. Malik Hall forces up a jumper with a whole new shot clock at the baseline. Terrible type of shot as it was low percentage, hand in the face. Nobody else there to get the rebound underneath the rim for Michigan State. And crunch time moments like that could be the difference in the game right now as Gonzaga burns the timeout. 1 timeout remaining for both of these teams. What a game. Drew Timme, 22 points, 13 rebounds, despite shooting 40% at the free throw line tonight. Drew Timme torching Michigan State in the second half. Michigan State in some deep foul trouble. Malik Hall with 4 personal fouls. Joey Hauser and Matty Sissoko has already fallen out of the game. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here in the channel tonight. What a matchup going down to the wire here, the Armed Forces Classic, outdoors in San Diego. Mario, welcome back in. Welcome back in for the final minute. If you guys are just joining in, we have 1 minute and 4 seconds left to go. 1:04 remaining on the clock. North Carolina leading Charleston 84-77, by the way. Villanova trailing against a terrible Temple team, 58-57 with under 4 minutes left to go. Dayton SMU is close, 63-60, and Baylor against Norfolk State is pretty close, 42-34, Baylor leading. Arkansas up at the break over Fordham, 32-21. TCU up at the break over Lamar, 36-27. Auburn trailing at halftime against South Florida, 30-21. Here we go, back to action. Michigan State gets the inbound. 1 minute left, Gonzaga gets the inbound. 1 minute left to play. Michigan State 1 timeout. Gonzaga with 1 timeout. Zags have possession. Out to the wing. They bounce past it to Timmy at the baseline. Over to the wing again. 3 taken. Hits rim short. Missed by Strother. Offensive rebound for a moment. Lost out of bounds as Smith had it as it was ripped out of bounds. Last touch by Michigan State. And it will stay Gonzaga basketball ruled by the officials with 45 seconds. They might have to go to the monitor for this one. Malachi Smith, heck of a battle. Going up on the rebound, battling Hogard. And did it go off the fingertip of Hogard? That's going to be the question. Smith and Hogard going up for the rebound. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's tipped out by Hogard last in between Smith. Smith couldn't corral it, and it looked like Hogard had tipped it out of the hands of Smith. Official review right now on the floor. Big call to determine who will be the possession. Who will get the possession coming up. An official review with 45.2 seconds left to go. On a rebound battle between A.J. Hogard of Michigan State and Malachi Smith of Gonzaga. Providence is playing Northeastern in their next game. They also play Stonehill before. Those 2 games tune-ups for the Hoop Hall tip-off next week at Mohegan Sun. They'll be facing, I don't know who they're going to play, but they're going to play a combo of teams in the bracket. They'll be in the bracket with St. Louis, Maryland, Miami. Yeah, St. Louis, Maryland, and Miami are the 3 other teams in the bracket. This game has been absolutely wild tonight. An official review out on the floor to see who last touched that basketball. That's tough. I think it's last touch by Hogard on Michigan State as it went in between the arms of Malachi Smith. And that's what the officials say. So Gonzaga will get back to inbound. 45.2 seconds left to go. 20 seconds in the shot clock. So 25-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Gonzaga will get the inbound right at the baseline. The pass goes to the corner, picked up by Strother. Top of the key now for Gonzaga. They're going to slow it down as the shot clock. Game clock is turned off. Shot clock down at 10. Game clock down at 32. Strother attacks, and we get a whistle. It's going to be a turnover. Gonzaga called in the turnover with 30 seconds left. So whoever put up the ESPN graphic forgot to put it up, but we got 64-63, Gonzaga by 1. There we go. 31.2 seconds left to play. Michigan State will get the inbound. Inbound for the Spartans. 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock. Hogard at the Puritan logo. At the end. Looking for a game-winning moment here from Michigan State. They got a 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock. They will take the timeout with 15.6 seconds remaining to burn their final timeout tonight. Gonna come down to this, everybody. Kyle, really appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for joining in. 15.6 seconds left. Both teams in a double bonus. Michigan State burns their final timeout. Gonzaga with 1 timeout left. Michigan State will get the inbound in their front court after the timeouts. What a game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate it all for joining in tonight. Drew Timme took over in the second half. 22 points, 13 rebounds by Drew Timme tonight. 13 points by Julian Strawder, 10 points by Nolan Hickman. Gonzaga is a team with 7 blocks. Can they come up with their 8th on the final possession of the game? 14 points by Matty Sissoko. He has fouled out, though. 12 each by A.J. Hogard, who has 6 assists and 3 steals, and Tyson Walker with 12 points as well. 11 points by Malik Hall. Joey Hauser with just 2 points tonight for Michigan State has fouled out as well. (64-63). Gonzaga by 1. Michigan State with the basketball with 15.6 seconds left. Here we go. They break the timeout huddle. Michigan State will get the inbound far side of their floor in their front court. Anton Watson will defend the inbound Pierre Brooks. Out on the floor with A.J. Hogard, Jaden Akins, Tyson Walker. Malik Hall inbound into the hands of Hogard. 12 seconds left to go. Dribbles towards the left wing. Hogard defended 1-on-1 on the outside. Passes top of the key into the hands of Walker. 5 seconds. Walker, crossover. Moves it over to the top of the key. Akins with a 3. Missed off the back rim. It is over. Low percentage shot by Michigan State as the clock winds down. They were winning throughout the entire course of this game. And Gonzaga, down by 12, they come back and win it. Drew Timme, 22-13 tonight as the Zags pull off the victory. 64-63 in outdoor conditions on Veterans Day. What a matchup going down right to the wire. What a game between these two teams tonight. Drew Timme took over in the second half as Gonzaga's offense ran straight through the first team preseason All-American. And what a battle in the hardwood in the Armed Forces Classic on a naval aircraft carrier tonight on the coast of San Diego. Tough look by Gonzaga. Walker got stuck at the right elbow and forced up a fall-away 3 towards his left by Jaden Akins. Really, really tough shot to do so. The last possession, just a tough look by Michigan State. Great defense all around by Gonzaga to keep Michigan State away from the hoop. Tremendous defense by Mark Few's squad to close out the game for Gonzaga as they take the victory 64-63 over Michigan State tonight. Drew Timme, 22 points, 13 rebounds, 9 for 14 from the floor. 13 points by Julian Strawder with 9 boards, 10 points by Nolan Hickman. From Michigan State, foul trouble really did not help out late stage of this game. Matty Sissoko fouled out in the final 3 minutes of action. He finished with 14 and 9 tonight. All in the first half by Sissoko was a non-factor because of foul trouble in the second half. 12 points each by A.J. Hogard. He had 6 assists, 3 steals. Tyson Walker with 12 and 11 points by Malik Hall with 7 rebounds. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight, being a part of the stream. Gonzaga pulls off an incredible come-from-behind victory down by 12 at one point. 64-63 the final score. We're going to thank the channel members before we wrap up tonight. All channel members get a shout out. We got Jason, Rajip, Russell, BP, Greg, Oreo Pudding, Brandon, Reynaldo, Bino, Mark, Mike, John, Jessica, Ahino, Joseph, Vegas, Michael, Wick, Woody, Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Arahan, Micolette, Roderick, Bless Brian, SD Sports Talk, Isaiah, Bruin, Cody, Steven, Siegel, Tristan, Woopig, Ace, Ian, Oink Oink, Happy MT Dude, Mike, Robin, and Johnny Cash. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part of the stream tonight. Gonzaga, 1-point winners against Michigan State, 64-63. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping on by. What a game tonight between these two teams, going right to the wire on Friday night. Enjoy your weekend, everyone.